Hi guys, I am going to get you started on doing your genes for this week. And so what this video is going to do is I'm going to show you how to load your symbols that you've already created and then how to get the basic silhouette of the genes done. And then I'll make a second video for you that gets into the details. That way it's not so long. All right, so you can actually put up with me in spurts instead of a big long video, and this way it'll make it a little bit easier on you, I hope, as we go through this. But what I've done is I've opened up my document like we always do, but I wanted to let you know all those symbols that we've done and that you'll continue to make. Please, once you make something for another drawing, don't forget to put it into your symbols document and save it as a symbol in that document, because eventually you'll have a document with, many symbols that you reuse over and over, and you'll never have to draw them again. I mean, how awesome is that? So in terms of saving time, so what you do, it's very simple, is I've got this, so let me open a new document like if I was starting like you guys, and so I'm just going to hit the first size. And what I'm going to do in this new document is actually go to my symbols palette, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tell it to open symbol library, and then you can go over here and you can actually play around. If you take a look, there's a fashion one in here. I mean, we won't be using those, so let me right click on that and close it. But play around and see what's in there. But let's go back to, sorry, I am on brushes, symbols. Okay, let's go back to symbols. And so what I'm going to do is, and actually let me delete this one, close, and then symbol, and now. So start fresh. Open symbol library, go to other, and then go to wherever your symbols are saved. Here's my AI document, and as soon as I do this, it's just going to do this, and it's going to take the symbols that was in that document and put them in for me. So here we go. Look what I've got. I've got buttonholes, buttons, belt loops. Obviously they're small compared to the size of this document, so let's zoom in. But here are all these symbols that we've been making, so when you need them for your technical drawings, they're here and you just pull them right out of your symbols, okay? So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to load your symbols. What I would also do is load the new brushes that you've made that you think might be helpful for your denim. Take a look at your denim. Some of you may have chain stitch, but most of you are going to have single needle or a double needle thread. That's pretty basic. So if you want to go ahead and make a double needle brush, then you certainly can. And then just load that to your brushes. So remember how we, and do this on your croquis so you'll have it to scale. Oops, let me do this. Here, here, and then let me zoom in. And most importantly, see how flat those edges are? The first thing you need to do is make certain that your caps are round and your corners are round. So if you haven't already made a double needle brush, then make one. I'm going to copy, Command F, paste in front, Command C, now Command F. Command C was copied. And then I'm going to bring it down, and then take these, go to, or select those, new brush. Remember, do a pattern brush, do OK. And we want space in between them, so I'm going to say 25% in between them. And let's test out your brush. And let's say, okay, select. And there it is. And then I'm going to go back to the original as well. It is 1 point. You might want to make it 0.25. I just did that for demo purposes. And then that's that smaller brush. And then, so do several different sizes and see what works for you. But like I said, make certain it's on your croquis. That way that the stitches are to scale when you use them. All right, and so get set up that way. And then the same thing, wherever you have your brushes saved, just go to Open Brush Library, go to Other, and then find where they are. And mine are buried. So just to show you, let me go to my U of M, and then let me go to my computer, and there's my Adobe brushes, and right in here I have different ones. So I'm going to go to Stitches and Strokes, Open, and there are all different types of stitches and strokes that I've opened. And this is a game changer, and it really does save time if you have brushes ready to preload that are appropriate for the fashion industry. So those are the first two things I would do. Once you open your document, you place your template, make certain that template layer is locked, and then add a new layer so you can start doing your technical drawing. So let me close this just to show you. Don't save, and now here we are. So now let's just get started with the basics of making the denim, and it's no different from the shirt or the skirt or the dress or the coat or anything we've been working on now. You do one side and you reflect it. So let me zoom in, and I'm going to grab my pen tool, and I'm going to start here at the hip, and depending on your jeans, high waist, mid waist, low waist, you know, up to you. And then I'm going to come over here on the hip a little, and then click and drag just to kind of give it a soft. And then I'm going to pull it down here, and then come over here, right on the ankle. And this is an important step, and I'm going to zoom in just so it happens. And then back to my pen tool. First I'm going to click away, grab my pen tool, go back to here, and you must stop at the crotch. Don't go just straight up to here, and then where it's straight, where it says intersect, do that and then close it off. So you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 anchor points. Do not forget this one, okay? It's very common that you'll just shoot straight up to this, and it makes this very awkward. Well, it doesn't work, which we would find out. But so don't do it the hard way. Okay, thanks. All right, so now I'm going to take this, hit O to reflect, hold the Alt key, and I'm going to click right on this anchor point because I want it to overlap right on top of it. Hit vertical, make sure it's there. Yep, copy. And so there we go. Now I'm going to draw the waistband, and the way to do that is I'm going to go P, pen tool here, hold the shift key, go all the way over here, and select the waistband and the top of the pant, and hit Shift M, and I'm going to use the shape builder and make 2 different sections over here. So now we have 4 different sections going on, and that's it with that. So we have the basics of that going on, and so the next step would be is that you need to draw something called a crotch break, and it is imperative that this is not a V shape or a U shape. It's just a light line that kind of goes off and fades away at an angle, and it just signifies that this is where the break of the crotch is in the pant. So what I'm going to do is grab my pen tool, kind of go this way, and move it just a little like that, click and drag, and then I'm also going to click on it and see that there's a fill, so hit your question mark, and then I'm going to go over and do this at 0.5, which made me realize that my pants were at 7.5, so I'm going to go back and change that in a minute. Stroke, I'm going to go down to uniform and change that to width profile number 5. And there you go. So it's this line that kind of just suggests that this is where the break of the crotch is. And like I said, let me select all of these because I noticed when I went over to do that, it was 0.75 and not 0.1. So I'm going to do that to get started. And there's the fill. I'm going to select my crotch break, and it does not have a fill. So why don't you try getting to this point first, and then after you've gotten to this point, then watch the next video, and that'll start taking us through some of the details and then how to do the back. Okay?